1,000,000 pesos can buy you a lot of things. It can buy you a compact sedan. It can buy you 142,847 sachets of Nescafe White. It can buy you 125,000 Cloud9 chocolate bars. 1,000,000 pesos separates the Subaru Evoltis from the most expensive 7-seater diesel SUVs. In this video, we'll try to see what 1,000,000 extra pesos gets you if you want a 7-seater SUV. This right here sells for 3.48 million pesos. Is it worth your money? Let's find out.
The Subaru Evoltis, also known as the Ascent in the US, is Subaru's first 3-row 7-seater SUV. It's also the first Subaru to be designed in the US.
The Evoltis has an understated elegance to it. You definitely cannot accuse this of looking overstyled. You don't have a lot of aggressive cuts and creases. Here at the front you get these adaptive, steering sensitive headlights. So like the Forester and the XV, this will also turn when you're on a curve. I mean, they look okay, but I think they have a little too much chrome on the inside. These are projector headlamps, so they don't need as much chrome. I wish some of it was blacked out on the inside, like on the Forester and the XV. So down here, if you look closely enough, you see LED fog lamps. The Evoltis comes with 20-inch wheels, which look a little bit dirty right now. Here's what they look like when they're clean. I think they're just the right size for the Evoltis. Any smaller and the Evoltis would look anemic. Despite having 20-inch wheels, the ride quality is still very good. The Evoltis is Subaru's biggest SUV ever. It is almost 5 meters long. It is 1,930 millimeters wide. And it is 1,819 millimeters tall. The Ford Everest is currently the biggest 7-seater PPV in the market. And the Evoltis is 106 millimeters longer. It is 70 millimeters wider, but it is 18 millimeters lower. From this angle, the Subaru Evoltis looks like other luxury 7-seater SUVs like the Ford Explorer and also the Hyundai Palisade. The use of plastic cladding is very minimal. You get some cladding over here and down there. You get a healthy use of chrome befitting a luxury SUV. You get a chrome accent around the window line and also this chrome accent on the lower molding. You get a functional roof rail. Yeah, so let's check out the back. This would have to be my least favorite angle of the car. It's a little too plain.
My least favorite part of the car would have to be the taillights. They look a bit flat and featureless, especially if you compare them to the taillights of the Subaru XV, the Subaru Forester, and the Subaru Outback.
Down here you get acres of plastic cladding. Perhaps it's a bit too much. I guess it helps protect against scratches, but from an aesthetic standpoint, I can't really say that I'm a fan of it. Down here you get dual exhaust tips. You get a power liftgate. So back here you get this much cargo space. It's enough space to fit my camera bag. You definitely get more space here than most 7-seater PPVs. You also get more storage underneath. So down here you have enough space to fit some groceries. So you get some tools here. You get a Phillips screwdriver, which is also a flathead screwdriver. Subaru thinks of everything, man. Over here you get one 12-volt outlet. To fold the second row seats down, just pull on this. Okay, so this is what it looks like with all the seats folded flat to the floor. The second row seats are not completely flat, but I'll give it a pass. I think it's flat enough for most purposes. I can actually lie down here and still have plenty of room.
Okay, so we're now inside the Subaru Evoltis. I think this is definitely a premium looking interior, if a bit busy. Now the Subaru Evoltis has a lot of features and you get a proportionate number of buttons. In terms of materials, everything looks and feels premium. Almost everything is soft touch. This is soft touch right here. You have these cream leather panels right here, and also on that side. This is soft touch. This is leather wrapped. You have faux wood accents. The steering wheel is also leather wrapped. Feels nice. I love the seats, they're very comfortable. The driver's seat gets adjustable lumbar support, and I love this slide support right here. It looks very similar to other Subaru models like the Forester, but you do get a lot of additional buttons here. Like, you get seat ventilation. The vehicle has heated and cooled seats. It also has a heated steering wheel, and you turn on that feature by pulling on this right here. You have paddle shifters over here. You get two-person memory settings. You can have two different settings for two different drivers. For example, I have my settings set to number 1, and if I press that button, the seat automatically remembers my settings. You get tri-zone climate control. You have 2 zones at the front and 1 at the back. Over here you have 1 USB port, 1 aux jack. So the Subaru Evoltis is supposed to have 19 cup holders. You get 2 cup holders over here, and you get more cup holders over here, although they're more like bottle holders. I don't think they're ideal for carrying small cups. You do get a panoramic sunroof. You also get this hybrid rear view camera. So if you flick the switch down, you get a regular mirror. If you pull on this, you get a feed from the rear camera. It's a nice looking interior. You do feel like you're in something that's quite expensive. The only thing is that this infotainment screen right here is starting to look pretty small, especially for the size of the car. You do get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You also get a reverse camera. Now, curiously, you don't get a 360 camera here, and that is something that you can get on its cheaper brothers, the Subaru Forester and also the Subaru XV. It does get a front camera though, which you can view through there, and I find that very useful, especially for a tall car like this. You can see what's right in front of your bumper. Okay, so here at the second row you get captain seats on the Subaru Evoltis. This is something that you don't get on a PPV. Over here you have 1 cup holder. Down here you have 3 more. And down here you have 2 more. Over here you have 1 AC outlet, which you can use to power your laptop. Over here you have 2 USB ports. Your climate zone controls are over here. You can adjust the climate settings. And the second row seats are also heated and cooled. This is the best place to appreciate a panoramic sunroof. You get to see the full length of it. You also get manual sunshades over here. In terms of headroom, I have plenty. Even if I were over 6 feet tall, I'd still have plenty of headroom here. That's about 4 or 5 inches. I'm now sitting at the third row. The second row can be moved forward and back, so you just have to negotiate with a passenger sitting in front of you if you want more space. My legs are at a comfortable angle. My feet are not too high. I have a comfortable armrest here with 2 cup holders. Now curiously, you only get 2 cup holders on the left side, but you get 3 on the other side. For some reason, the designers thought that the right third row passenger should get more cup holders. And he also gets all the USB ports back here. You got 2 USB ports down here. Some storage. What is this? I don't know. Over here, you just get a speaker and some hangers. I don't feel claustrophobic back here. The window is just big enough, and I have decent headroom. So that's about a finger's worth of headroom. Air con vents are up here. Also up here. So I think 3 average sized people can fit here. Okay, so driving the Evoltis now in heavy traffic. But I'm not stressed because I'm cocooned in comfort, and it's very quiet. The seat is very comfortable. I have adaptive cruise turned on, so my feet are not doing anything, if you're used to driving diesel PPVs, this is an entirely different experience. It's also very spacious. It is a very comfortable, very relaxing driving experience. So the car has 260 horsepower. It has the same engine as the new WRX. Rather than thinking of brutal acceleration, think of being wafted away in comfort. It's effortless power. You just lightly tap the gas pedal and you accelerate without even feeling it so much. So another advantage of the Subaru Evoltis over PPVs is that it handles a bit better, especially on twisty roads like this. Feels like you're driving a car that's a bit higher off the ground. So this is based on a unibody chassis. So it's a large crossover, unlike PPVs, which are based on a ladder frame chassis. The Evoltis has Subaru's all-wheel drive system, which is a very capable system for driving in low traction conditions and also for going off-road. But what kind of depraved maniac would take a 3.48 million peso SUV off-road? Okay, so we're now driving off-road. Like most Subarus, the Evoltis has a very capable all-wheel drive system that automatically senses wheel spin and redirects the power to the wheels with traction. It also has X mode, which optimizes the traction control for different surfaces. In non-technical talk, that means you're less likely to get stuck in slippery surfaces. We don't get snow here, but if you want to go camping in places like this, it's less likely to get stuck in rough and muddy terrain. Fuel efficiency is not the strongest suit of the Subaru Evoltis, but that should be expected given its size and its 2.4 liter engine. I get 7.35 kpl in the city, and that's mostly in EDSA with normal traffic. By normal traffic, I mean not rush hour traffic, but also not 2 AM traffic. When the traffic lightens up, I can get up to 9 kpl. On the highway, it can get more than 12.
So for the extra 1 million pesos over the price of a top-of-the-line PPV, you get a more quiet and more refined ride. You get a more spacious and more comfortable third row. You get a more spacious and more comfortable second row. You get a more powerful engine, and you get better ride quality. So is all of that worth the extra money? Of course, that depends on the buyer. The Evoltis is a luxury SUV, and in the world of luxury goods, value for money isn't always the top priority. Also, compared to other high-end SUVs like the Ford Explorer and the Hyundai Palisade, the Subaru Evoltis is competitively priced, and it offers more features. So if you're looking for a refined 7-seater SUV with Subaru's attention to safety and Subaru's all-wheel drive system, this might be worth the extra money.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.